Hey artists, welcome to day 4 of our Unity warm-ups. You can see I've added some more small circles around my donuts, and I realized yesterday that when we did pattern last week, I was using circles there too, so I'm hung up on sea life and circles apparently because we've done sea life and now we've done circles 2 weeks in a row. So, circles are just, I told my daughter yesterday that I love circles as part of design. Uh, I don't know why, I just really enjoy them. So, that's okay. We all have our favorites. So that's, I guess mine are obvious. So today, what we're going to do is so far we've used just black and white, but today we're going to go in and use color to help with our design and bringing things together in unity. So let's get some color. So I've got some colors here I got for Christmas. Before Christmas, I got some of these. They're like Copic markers, and what they are is they're alcohol-based markers. Sharpie markers are actually alcohol-based. So if you have Sharpie markers, they work similar to these. The cool thing about these is they're refillable. They're not cheap markers, but I got really good deal on them from dickblick.com. And so I'm going to mess around with those. So what I'm going to do is pick some colors. Now you have to think through what do you want your color palette to be? Do you want to use one color and then do various shades of that color, tints and shades? That means lighter and darker versions of that color. Or do you want to pick 5 different colors and use those 5 colors? Do you want to do 2 colors, black and something else, or red and green? It doesn't matter the colors you pick, but what does matter is that you repeat those colors to help have a sense of unity. So I think what I'm going to do is something a little different. I think I'm going to use some browns and give mine a more somber kind of feel to it. So let's see, I'm going to use that cream color, and this is a darker brown, and here's what looks like a medium brown. We'll see if it actually is. Maybe one other. This one is called Cognac. I'm just going to pick it because of the name. What is Cognac? You can't read it from there. Cognac. I don't know what Cognac is. I might have to look it up. So these markers have 2 different tips. They have a pointed tip and they have a chisel tip, which we're not going to use the chisel tip because this is all small. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically decide how I want to use these different colors. And I used the pen that I used was a permanent pen, so when I go over it with marker, it doesn't bleed, doesn't blend into the color I'm using now. So let's see how I want to do this. So I'm thinking about how can I do this to where I'm repeating the colors, using them all in a very similar way. So I'm just starting with doing one of my quadrants with all the same color. Then I'm going to go in, let's see, and I want to think about contrast, one of our principles of design. So if I put a dark color next to a light color, that's going to make for good contrast. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing as I did, is just one section of my donuts, all the same color. So for today, I'm just going to focus on the donuts here. So I'm going to actually use 4 different colors. You don't necessarily have to use 4 different colors. in your 4 quadrants. You could use 2 different colors. You could use one color and make that color lighter in one quadrant, medium in another, dark in another, and really light or really dark in another. It's really up to you how that works. As long as you're repeating. Let's see, walnut, okay. These different colors are from a portrait set of markers. So these markers are used for things like manga, cartooning, graphic novels, that kind of thing, coloring comic books. If you're interested in getting some of these, you can actually get these really cheap versions of them that are great for starting on like eBay. Just look up Copic markers, C-O-P-I-C, and you can get some cool versions. Oops, you know what I forgot to do with my little one? Let's see if I can remember what colors I'd used. This one. Okay. And the other one I believe was the dark brown. Nope, I don't want that. Okay, so we've colored all of our donuts. We're going to call that a day. And tomorrow we'll come in and color our bubbles. And I'm going to do something a little different tomorrow. See you then.